Hey everyone! Welcome back to my channel, Shah the IT Guy. In our last video, we covered how to configure new Mikrotik devices for WAN and LAN DHCP. Today we're going to dive into the concept of interfaces, what they are and why we need them. In Winbox, you can see the Interfaces section. Here you'll find Ether 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Because my device, the Hex, has 5 Ethernet ports. These are called interfaces. When you click the plus icon, you'll see multiple interface options available. Interfaces include tunnel, VLAN, PPP, WLAN, and more. I hope you get the idea. Let me give you an example. When you connect your WAN interface, it connects to your ISP. When you create a LAN, it connects to your local devices through your Mikrotik router. Similarly, VLAN stands for Virtual LAN or Virtual Local Area Network, and it's like a LAN but can exist on a single Ethernet port like Ether 2. In the last video, I showed how to create a LAN. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. Now, Ether 2 is our LAN interface, and we've already created a LAN network with DHCP. Whenever you connect to Ether 2, you'll get an IP from our Mikrotik LAN interface with the address 192.120.1/24. But what if we need another subnet with a different IP address like 192.168.0.1/24? How can we do that with the same Ethernet port? That's where VLANs come in. VLAN can create a network with the address 192.168.0.1/24 virtually on the same Ether 2 port. Let me show you how to create a VLAN. Here's a step-by-step guide to creating a VLAN in Mikrotik with the address 192.168.0.1/24 using the VLAN tab. Navigate to Interfaces. Click on the Interfaces menu. Create VLAN interface. Click the plus button and select VLAN from the list of options. Or click VLAN tab in the top. Configure VLAN interface. In the VLAN interface settings, enter the following details. Interface. Choose the physical interface you want to use, example Ether 2. VLAN ID. Assign a VLAN ID, example 10. What's his VLAN ID and why we need them? Here you go. The VLAN ID, like VLAN 10, is crucial because it uniquely identifies a specific VLAN on your network. This ID ensures that traffic is tagged and managed correctly as it passes through the network. For instance, when you create VLAN 10 and assign it to an interface, you're effectively creating a separate, isolated network segment that can operate independently from other VLANs, even on the same physical hardware. This way, you can have multiple virtual networks, each with their unique VLAN ID, running over the same physical infrastructure without interference. Think of it like having multiple rooms in a house, each with its door number, the VLAN ID. Even though all rooms are within the same house, the physical network, each door number helps distinguish one room from another, ensuring that everyone knows where they belong. Name. Give your VLAN a name, e.g. VLAN 10. Now, assign IP address to the VLAN 10, navigate to IP addresses and click the plus button to add a new IP address. Address. Enter the IP address, example 192.168.0.1/24. Network. Enter the network address, example 192.168.0.0. Interface. Select the VLAN interface you just created, VLAN 10. Set up DHCP server. Navigate to IP DHCP server, and click the DHCP Setup button to add a new DHCP server. DHCP Server Interface. Select the VLAN interface, VLAN 10. DHCP address space. create a new address pool with a range example 192.168.0.0/24. DHCP gateway, create a new address pool with a range example 192.168.0.1. Address pool, create a new address pool with a range example 192.168.0.2-192.168.0.254. DNS server, create a new DNS server address example 8.8.8.8. Lease time, create lease time 30 minutes example 30 minutes. Click Next to save your changes. Test connectivity. Connect a device to the VLAN port and check if it receives an IP address from the DHCP server. For this you need managed switch to tag VLAN. If you know already, there you go. You've successfully created a VLAN with the address 192.168.0.1/24 on your Mikrotik router using the VLAN tab. If you don't know what is VLAN tag, type VLAN tag in command sessions. I will make VLAN tag next video. Now that we've created the VLAN, we can get the IP address 192.168.0.1/24 through Ether2, which is our newly created VLAN. In the Interface tab, you can see the new interface called VLAN. I hope you got it. We've covered what interfaces are and how they work, as well as how to create a VLAN in today's video. I'll see you in the next video with more Mikrotik tips and tricks. Stay tuned and subscribe. And remember, you have every right to ask any questions, share your doubts, or even teach me something new in the comments